Hey friends, today we are working on putting our collage together. So we have been working really hard to cut things out of magazines so that we have all of these beautiful colors of pieces that match our color wheel. And we are going to use these pieces to make our own color wheel on our square of white paper. So what we need is your folder full of your pieces. We do still need some scissors to cut some bigger pieces down. You only need big scissors if you're cutting big pieces. If we're cutting little pieces, use little scissors. I know the big ones look cool, but you don't always need them. Sometimes they're in the way. Sometimes you just need a little snip with the little scissors. You are also going to need some glue. We are going to use liquid glue. Glue sticks have their place, but they are not for this project. So you are going to use glue and a paintbrush. Now, you don't need a Papa Bear. You don't need a little teeny tiny baby bear. You might be okay with a mama bear, but sometimes even that's a little too big. You really just need a Goldilocks. Get it? It's a gold yellow paintbrush. That's only about this big because your pieces are about this big, and that'll be perfect for putting glue on and then sticking it to your paper. So we have our glue set to the side. First, we need to figure out where these pieces are going to go on there and what we need to cut. So I already have these really cool yellow pieces that I feel like I want to keep in these shapes so that I can keep them looking really spiky, because we want them to overlap. We don't want just one big block of green, one big block of yellow. We want pieces to overlap to make it look a little bit more interesting and to have more values and shades of our colors. So I like having weird shaped things, and I think this yellow is going to be perfect. But I do still have some other colors, so I need to make sure I trim those off. I use my little scissors so that I can get in there and trim the little pieces. And then this is ready to go. Same thing here. I love this yellow, but I do still have that little bit. But I could also layer these so we can't see those words or that anymore. Okay, so you're practicing laying things out, but you don't want to lay out the whole thing before you glue, because then you're going to have to undo your work in order to glue it down. So figure out a space where you think you're good. Then you'll get your glue and your Goldilocks paintbrush. You're just going to get some glue onto your paintbrush. I'm going to glue this red-orange piece down because I feel like that's a really good starting point. And I'm just smushing that glue around. The other reason for using the Goldilocks brush is that it doesn't pick up too much glue. If you use a really big paintbrush, it's going to pick up a whole bunch of glue, and this is going to get gloppy real quick. So you just want enough glue to make a thin layer all over, especially on the edges. And then you're going to stick it down. And see, you don't have any glue spreading out on the sides, and it's almost immediately stuck down. You don't have to worry about it shifting around like you would with glue sticks or a lot of liquid glue. So that's why I really like using this. So it's like a puzzle that you're creating yourself by finding these little pieces and figuring out where they need to go on here to create your color wheel. Because again, our goal is to make this with our paper on here. So I'm already, mine's backwards, but starting with the yellow, then the yellow orange, and the regular orange, going into red orange, and I'll start doing my reds over here. And you'll keep working around your paper until you get a beautiful color wheel going around your paper with all of these little extra pieces. So this is our goal. You have all of your pieces. You should have some scissors to help you cut it up. Get some greens next to the yellows. Get some of your reds to go next to your red oranges, and just keep working around your picture until you have a beautiful wheel of your colors. Let's get started. When you're totally done with your piece, it should look something like this. You should have pieces hanging off so that we make sure we cover as much of the white as we can. There might still be some little pieces, but at least we don't see a lot. But we don't want to leave it like this because it looks unfinished. So we're going to trim all of those off. But we don't want to accidentally cut into our white paper. So we're going to flip it around and then cut off the pieces that we can see. So you have a nice, neat, finished, clean piece of beautiful color wheel artwork. Congratulations, you are finished.